and it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman. Yes, he is an Englishman. For he might have been a Russian, a French or Turk or Prussian, or perhaps Italian. Or perhaps Italian. But in spite of all temptations to belong to other nations, he remains an Englishman. He remains an Englishman.
Good morning from the beaches of France.
Good morning from the beaches of France. We had some good information come to us and we decided last minute to take another trip to get some more info. We've got a bit of a thing that we want to do today, and that'll become apparent. But yeah, we're on the beaches. These are the beaches that in World War II our grandfathers on their landing crafts landed on these North France beaches.
Stormed them.
And why did they do that? They did that because they knew if they didn't, what was coming. And I believe that, as we spoke about and mentioned this morning, this plan will be called, what would it be called, Rod?
Operation Overlord.
Operation Overlord. Just like in the 1940s, we must take a stand. And it starts with the men of England and Britain. So,
Our country's doing nothing. Weak government, weak borders. They're doing nothing. So we need to make a stand, boys. Get your lads together. Get your firms together. Get the lads in the pub. Get the lads down the bars. And if you're talking about it and you agree with what we're doing, give us a hand. We're gonna fucking need it.
we want Operation Overlord to go viral. That is now the intention. There's other bits to this, but for the minute, that's what you're getting. And you'll understand it very soon. From the beaches of France, over and out, from me and Ryan. Raise the colours. Let's have it. So, in France, why am I here again? Let me explain it to you, because I need people to realise why we're doing this. So, this is my second time coming to France. Why am I here today? Well, as you've probably seen by some of the footage that's come out today, we decided to start doing drone footage. We had some information come to us that because the boats haven't been sailing because of the weather, we found it a really good time to come over here and to basically show you the extent of what is happening. And also we want to try and find the boats, the place that they hold the boats, and potentially how the movements of the NGOs. The NGOs are responsible for predominantly a lot of what's going on. There's this lie that's being portrayed, but even by people like GB News, talking about the amount of money these migrants pay to get on these boats. I can tell you now that these men don't have any items. They're throwing everything away. These men do not have 2, 3, 5, 6,000 pounds. I mean, if you think a man from the slums of Sudan or the slums of any part of Africa or Syria or Afghanistan are traveling here with 10,000 pounds in their pocket, you're very much mistaken. This is an orchestrated, planned destabilization of our country, importing hundreds of thousands of undocumented third world men and expecting the world and our country just to accept it. Well, we won't. And the English must stand. The British must stand. The reason we've decided to call this Operation Overlord is because the sentiment of what our grandfathers went through in the beaches of northern France in the 1940s was the same sentiment as it is today, to protect those that we care about. The significant rise in migrant crimes and in crimes as a whole in the England is something we no longer can ignore. The rapes, the murders, the sexual assaults, we have enough absolute Romans in our country already. Importing hundreds of thousands of more just doesn't seem logical, right? And something must be done. The government, the police, Home Office are feeding you just a load of waffle. None of what they've said, none of what they're doing is doing anything to change what we're seeing here in France. So, it comes down to it. The England, United Kingdom is our country. We are the citizens of this country. We have to stop thinking that the government, the politicians are going to suddenly save us from the dangers that are present in our lives and in our communities. So, based on that, the idea of this is, I want to be careful. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that actually. I want to make sure that today goes the way that it should, and that that today goes as it should, and then we'll be looking to get into the next phase of this, which will be the announcement stage. And when that announcement stage comes, what you need to realize is, as British and English men, is that no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter what event you're at, or down the pub, when that call comes, you have a duty not to me, not to anyone that aligns with me or anything. You have a duty to your own family, a duty to stand up for them, to make sure that they know that their father, their husband, and their family member were part of this. This is nothing to do with violence. If you're looking to be violent, this is not for you. This is a long-term plan to take England and Britain back. And what that means is, in logical terms, is a long-winded thing. You need to prepare to be away from your house for 3 to 4 days. Pack a bag. They're the things that we're going to be asking you to do. So get prepared. We need to do something we've never done before. Okay? I love a protest. I love a demonstration. I've been doing it for many, many years. I've organized some of the biggest. But the time for that is not now. The time for that is for other things. Demonstrations and protests are very important. It's a fundamental right, and it's very, very important, and we must make sure that we continue to do that. But we're in a different day and age now. We're in a day and age where all women and children don't feel safe in the streets of our country. And something needs to give with that. Because if it doesn't, what kind of country are we going to leave for our children? So you have to make a decision. And I would actually say that anyone that says he's not going to get involved in this, shame on you. You sit back, you allow this to happen, and allow the real English and British men to take their stand. This, as I said, will be a long-winded thing. We're going to need English and British lads to rotate on a rota to continue this. That, what I've just said there is very vague, and it would all come to apparent and be very understandable once the plan has been announced. But be prepared to get outside your comfort zone. Be prepared to do something that's never been done before. And be prepared for the British government to take note. And be prepared for your women and your children to look at you and to thank you. Just like they were thanked on a much bigger scale. I appreciate that. No, this is not the day. But in some respects it is. In some respects, if we don't continue to put pressure on those that are pretending to do something about this, and actually get them to do something about it, then what kind of life are we leaving for our children when we're too old to fight, when we're too old to stand up? They're gonna look at us, and they're gonna look around the country, and they're gonna say, maybe you could have done more. And that's why it's important what we do now, something we've never done before. But it's very important for people to understand that this is being done from a place of love. This is not to try and intimidate anyone. This is not to try and be, thuggish, or somehow, that be made out to be that we're targeting people. What this is we are what we are, if not the best country in the world. The reason the world is the way it is in some respects is because of the English, because of the British, all through our lives, what we've done throughout history. And we need to remember that. People have become too comfortable in front of their screens, too comfortable to say, wow, it's not affecting me right now. Let me tell you now, that is something that will change. This will affect every community, as it is so far, and it is today. There are too many crimes being committed by migrant men. There are too many horrific, horrible, disgusting crimes being committed by migrant men. And it is down to us to show the government, to take a stand, to say, we will not accept it anymore. We have not got 3 to 4 years to wait for a political solution. We haven't got it. It's all nice and well to say, well, we need to align with a political party and we need to do it that way. Great, that's a long-term goal. But what we're going to do for the next 3 to 4 years? Just let our society, let our communities just completely, go into the gutter? I will not allow that. I will not stand by and let that happen. And I know many of you, thousands of you, hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of you, stand with me and the men of England and the men of Britain. Thank you very much. And all I ask is when that call comes, you put down whatever you're doing and you get in your cars, you get on your buses, you get on your trains, and you come to where we say. That is for your family, and especially for your kids. So one of the things I want to do from tonight is start preparing people to understand the logistics and understand the map, the layout of Dover and also Calais. One of the things that needs to happen before the 24th is people need to understand the layout. There is no point in people traveling to France and not understanding the layout of where they need to go and what they need to do. This is to show a British and English presence on the beaches of France, also in the towns. We want to be visible. This isn't about causing any disruption to the local French because they are in this with us. This is about making a very important stand and a message to the French authorities. We cannot allow them to ban British people from documenting and preventing the migrant invasion, but yet make no effort at all to prevent those migrants from coming to our country. This is a significant move, I believe, is right for now. This is a thing that will happen over a 2-day period. I'm going to teach you, show you, make you understand the logistics to when people arrive in France and exactly where to go, and exactly how to behave, and then exactly what to say and what to do if they are stopped. This is about the NGOs getting a message that they have, yes, you've created a file and you sent it to the prosecutors and you've had us banned France, but you will not stop English and British men taking our place, and that's now what's needed. So over the coming days, I will be doing live videos predominantly in the evenings when my children are asleep, and I'm all preparing you, those that will come to Dover, and then subsequently going to France, potentially Saturday or Sunday morning. I need real English men, real British men. I don't need idiots. I don't need people thinking they're coming for a riot, and I don't need people thinking they're coming for any violence. This is going to be the first step that will be taken very quickly. No more waiting, no more messing around. Let's get you prepped. Let's make sure you understand the logistics. Let's get you over there. And let's make sure they realize that because of the steps they've taken now to ban us, but now we're going to take bigger steps to make sure that the English and the British have a presence on those beaches and in those local communities, making sure they realize that they have done one of the worst things they could possibly do. They're testing us, and we are happily obliged. England needs to be safeguarded. The United Kingdom needs to be safeguarded, and we're going to do exactly that. And I will work alongside those that are willing to go to make sure, as I said, you know where to go, what to do, how to behave, and what needs to be done. You don't need to spend 2, 3, 4 days in France. You can get done what needs to be done within a matter of 6 to 8 hours. And that's what needs to be done. And it needs to be done now. A response can't wait a month, 2 months, 3 months. A response needs to happen now. Remember what our forefathers did for us. Remember what our country is going through. It's time the English men and the British men realize this is a move that needs to be made. Thanks. Good morning. This is a message for the men of England and Britain who have done their duty in traveling to the north coast of France. Many of you are sat in various locations in these areas waiting for my call. What I would ask you now to do is one simple thing. I want you to send me a message on either Facebook, Instagram, or X. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to go onto one of those profiles, one of those platforms, and send me a message. You will then receive some information. The French, for some reason, well, we know why, are working alongside the NGOs to put a stop to this, and I therefore will not allow that to happen. Send me a message if you are in France or traveling to France currently. You will then receive further details. I am here already in France, on the beaches, and we're putting together a plan for Operation Overlord, for respect for our country, respect for our children, and respect for our grandfathers who gave so much on these beaches. This isn't about disorder. This isn't about violence. This isn't about any threatening behavior. This is about English and British men standing here sending a clear message that we do not want these people in our country. We do not want them destabilizing our country. We do not want them in our communities. We don't want them in the hotels, in the army barracks, or wherever you put them. They should be deported back to where they came from. So, I'll highlight it one more time. If you are currently traveling or currently in France, send me a message. I will be checking all of my message requests, so I will not miss your message. Instagram, Facebook, or X. And if you're on YouTube, go to one of those platforms using whoever's profile you want to, be it your mums, your sisters, your fathers, your granddad, whoever. I will see your message, and I will give you further details. Goodbye. wow, black like what? Just got live, so despite people come on, but look at it. So they've tried to stop us. We're here. They've tried. They have managed to stop some people, but British and English lads travelled through the night to get here to make a statement. The Operation Overlord is about sending a clear message that England and Britain will not accept fighting age, third world men invading our country, destabilizing our nation, raping and sexually assaulting our women and children. These men here are business owners, fathers, husbands, and concerned about the future for their children. They may have stopped many of us, but they haven't stopped us all. Last night, the French authorities put a complete ban on British and English patriots. They banned every single patriot from gathering in France, not these ones, and many more will now join. What they've done is they've tried to do what they should have done with the migrants. They've banned us from gathering, but they haven't banned the migrants. They've banned us from organizing a peaceful message back to England. Why don't they ban the migrants from the beach? Why don't they ban the migrants from making a trek from the camps to the beaches? Why are they targeting us? I want to thank every single one of these lads who made sure that their behaviors were correct, that they did what was necessary to get to this beach. Thank you for organizing it, Daddy. Top man. Lads, get your tongue out. The British public, thank you. This is the first Operation Overlord active. And from now on, things will be done differently. The NGOs are working extremely close with the central authorities. And we now know that. These men, these fathers, these business owners have done the right thing. They've made a stand for their country. And soon, it's your turn. Thank you, lads. Raise those flags! England, United Kingdom, we will not accept it anymore. You've done your thing. They put a ban on all of us coming to France. I'm going to share that information. The Guardian published it. Anyone would be interested. They stopped him at the border. They've stopped him everywhere. They haven't stopped these. Thank you. Operation Overlord is active. Say goodbye, lads. Oi, well done.